The Train, Part 1. I kept my gaze fixed on the clock as the hours crawled by. When is that damn train finally coming? I kept asking myself out loud. In the distance, to my shock, a radio suddenly crackled to life. Probably an old thing, judging by the quality of the sound. Through the distortion of the notes in the open space and the whispering of the wind in my ears, it had been difficult at first to recognize the music. But after a while, the scattered fragments of melody still managed to ignite a sense of recognition. Somewhere deep in my mind, like an itch that was impossible to scratch. Short words and phrases shot through my thoughts, like a puzzle whose pieces only become visible once you have placed them in the right spot. The lyrics had something to do with Mars, but beyond that I could no longer remember. It had already been a classic when I heard it for the first time, somewhere in my teenage years, when I had discovered my father's record collection. It was a soft autumn morning, and the wind sighed slowly through the last remaining leaves, which with their golden brown glow seemed to give the stone coldness of this all too bland-looking station a warmer and even almost friendlier character. As I took my seat on a bench in the shadows, I felt the suffocating loneliness that covered this platform. It was not as if this small-town station was normally packed with travelers, trying every hour of the day to reach their all-too-important destinations, but while I caught myself singing along with the radio for several minutes, it struck me that I saw no one around me. Not only did I see no people waiting for the train, but even the road running parallel to the station, with its small flower stall, furniture store, and several other shops, seemed completely abandoned. Then it struck me that for perhaps the first time in my life, I was completely alone. "Still no train?" a warm voice asked softly beside me, and with a jolt I turned toward the sound. I could have sworn that when I sat down, the bench was empty. I could have sworn that I had looked over the entire station and assured myself that I was completely alone. I had even spent some time staring at the shops, hoping to see a customer or shopkeeper who could take away this feeling of isolation. But now there sat a complete stranger in a black suit on the other end of my bench. Something about the chestnut brown hair curling just above his shoulders and the neatly trimmed beard stirred something inside me. Had I seen him standing here at the station earlier, or was it something else? The itch in the back of my mind had returned once again. "No," I answered, "and I'm wondering if that train is even running today. Always the same bullshit." But after a short silence, the corner of his mouth curled upward again, and he replied in the same calm tone, "Ah, don't worry too much, Jimmy. I think we both know that train will come eventually. Would you like a cigarette?" he asked as he lit his own. "Shouldn't," I answered shortly. I promised my daughter I wouldn't smoke another one on the day my grandson was born. That had already been 20 years ago by now, or was it 30? "You're right, Jimmy," the man in black replied as he slowly leaned back and blew his smoke straight up into the air. "These things will kill you if you're not careful." Part 2.